Yeah, I think more than signing the contract, the day that they offered it to me was kind of like, more of a bigger excitement than, actually signing it, because signing it, well, we kind of knew it was going to happen. But I remember it was at Jerez after the race, and I think Jen sat me down and just said, "Look, yeah, we want you to move up to the Premier class next year," and obviously I said yes, of course. It's my dream, and yeah. I remember driving back to the airport from Jerez, like just with the music blasting, just like just super ecstatic in the car. So yeah, definitely an emotional time and a dream come true. There's a long list of them, a real long list, and there were a few tough years for me as well. I just I had to work on myself a lot as well, and improve my mental state on the bike, and physically I was always pretty good. I had a lot of injuries though in the past. I think when I broke both my legs as well, overcoming that was kind of gave me a lot of mental strength, like to come out of such a big injury and come back quite fast and be quite fast straight away. And that for me was kind of like one big building block for me for mental strength. And then also I had other problems, where I couldn't really control myself through the race, and I'd be crashing a lot, and definitely a lot of hard years. But without those hard years, I probably I wouldn't have learned and had that experience to bring home the championship this year. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I think I can speak for most guys that come up to the GP bike. We've ridden, the fastest bikes in the world, but until you try a MotoGP bike, you have no idea what's coming. And I remember just opening the throttle, the first straight, and it was just like eyes wide open, trying to hang on to the bike. It was so fast, and I remember I got to the end of the back straight, and I was just screaming in my helmet like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" I was quite shocked and surprised and adrenaline and having fun. It was just how fast the thing was, and more than anything, that shocked me. Was the power, but for sure every lap it was a bit more normal, but definitely an amazing experience, especially Misano the first day. I think before we start the weekend, really sit down with the team and have a good plan and go through some data. That's probably a good start. Try to understand a bit what needs to be done at the track, what type of track it is, and then I think following other guys is probably going to help as well. And yeah, I mean the most we can do is kind of just prepare ourselves physically for these tracks, but in the end we got to do laps, and we got to understand the bike, and I'm sure after the test we'll get a better idea of what we need to do with the bike, and I'm sure arriving to these new tracks we will adapt what we've known in the past to the MotoGP bike. So I guess that just comes with experience and laps on the bike. Yeah, I mean, December, yeah, we had many media commitments, and the days that I didn't, I kind of just went to my workshop to be alone. But yeah, apart from that, I think 1st of January, 2nd of January, I've been flat out training again. So yeah, still got another 2 weeks to get myself back into form and even stronger than last year for the big bike. But yeah, the process has started, and this January month is a busy one for training. So I'm sure we'll be ready by Malaysia in 2 weeks. Yeah, for sure. You know, KTM are putting a massive effort into this, and a lot of people and a lot of resources. It's really incredible. And actually, it was my first time being here to see the whole operation behind the scenes, and I'm more impressed than ever, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, I think all the ingredients are there. KTM also have the will and the ambition to win, and I think us riders as well. So, you know, it's pretty incredible, you know, the amount of support we got. So it's going to be really good to have that support from the factory, and I think we have two strong teams for this year. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good year. So hopefully everything stays on track. I'm sure there's going to be tough days as well, but that's when we need to pull together and be a team more than ever. Yeah, you know, you you want to think that you're a good role model as well. But yeah, it's definitely a success story. Even though, you know, even some guys are having some tough years as well. It's kind of like a never give up situation, because there were a few years where it was looking quite bleak for me. So yeah, you know, hopefully that can inspire some kids, you know, never to give up and just keep pushing, and hopefully KTM can spot those talents within the many riders and come up through the same schooling that I did. Yeah, 100%. I think that's probably, you know, our main goal is to try to fight for that title. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of good rookies coming up, and I know them very well from these years in Moto2. So yeah, it's going to be tough. We need to work hard. But yeah, ultimately that would be, you know, the goal is to try and fight for the Rookie of the Year. And basically just take it step by step, and these are fast bikes, so no injuries, and, you know, like I said, just stay calm and feet on the ground and step by step. You know, I'd like to have, you know, at least a few nice point finishes. Be amazing if I could get a top 10 in some races. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do, and like I said, try and fight for that Rookie of the Year title.